After 2 years of devastating war, the guns have finally gone silent, at least for now. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire, a word millions had almost stopped believing in. But as the dust settles over Gaza and southern Israel, the first signs of life and relief begin to emerge. This is not just a political moment, it's a human one. This is the story of what happens after the war pauses. The agreement, brokered by Egypt, Qatar, and the United States, took shape after weeks of indirect talks. It includes a mutual halt to hostilities, the exchange of hostages and prisoners, and the opening of humanitarian corridors. For Israel, the priority was the return of its citizens held in Gaza. For Palestinians, it was the arrival of fuel, food, and medical aid after months of blockade. No one is calling it peace, not yet. But for now, both sides have something they desperately needed: time to breathe. In Gaza City, the silence feels unreal. For months, airstrikes defined every sunrise. Now, you can hear the hum of generators, the murmur of families sweeping debris from what's left of their homes. Hospitals are reopening, barely functional, but running. Convoys of aid trucks have begun rolling in through Rafah, carrying medicine, tents, and clean water. Families displaced for months are returning to neighborhoods that barely exist. But to them, returning means everything.
One resident tells a journalist, "We have nothing left, but at least the sky is quiet."
In that quiet, hope feels fragile, but real. Across the border, in southern Israel, the mood is one of cautious relief. Families of hostages gather nightly, praying this deal will bring their loved ones home. The Israel Defense Forces have begun pulling back some units, allowing reservists to return to their families. But beneath the relief lies unease. What if this is just another pause before the next round?
We want peace, but we've said that before.
In Gaza, children draw pictures of birds. A teacher says it's the first time they've drawn something that flies without fear. In Tel Aviv, a former soldier now volunteers to send supplies across the border, saying, "If there's a chance to save lives, even one, it's worth it." Both sides, divided by walls and decades of pain, share a simple truth: they're tired of war. Human stories like these don't make headlines as often as political statements do, but they are what give ceasefires meaning. The ceasefire's durability depends on what comes next. Talks are already underway to establish a joint security framework in Gaza, one that includes international monitors. Reconstruction plans are being drafted, but funding remains uncertain.
Diplomats warn every ceasefire is a bridge. The question is whether it leads to peace or back to war. The real challenge isn't stopping the violence, it's building the trust that prevents its return.
Around the world, reactions are mixed: relief, skepticism, and cautious optimism. In Washington and Brussels, leaders welcome the move but stress accountability. In Cairo and Doha, mediators call it a beginning, not an end. And on social media, millions share one word over and over: finally. For the people of Gaza and Israel, this ceasefire is more than a diplomatic agreement. It's a moment of stillness after years of chaos, a test of humanity's ability to choose life over vengeance. The rubble still stands, the wounds are still raw, but amid the silence something is stirring. A cautious, collective whisper: let this one last. Stay with us as we continue to follow the fragile road from war to relief, to what might one day be peace.